Alright guys, and welcome to a brand new series. We're going to be playing a Road to Glory, as the title of this video probably suggests, and I've already played 2 seasons. We're playing as Morecambe, the good old Shrimps, and we're up into League 1, and I have already got myself promoted. So we are going to be starting this off in the Championship, hopefully give myself a couple of years to try and get myself into Premier League, and to see how far the Premier League we can get. As you can see from the league table, Bristol got relegated last season and have absolutely ruined the league this season. 114 points in total, and they've been just run away with it. Only lost 4 games all season, so yep, they had a good old time. As you can see, we actually had pretty solid defence. Only 24 goals conceded all season. Our goal difference not great, but better than, well, nowhere near Bristol's, but better than most teams around us. So yeah, scored 61 goals, only conceded 24. Defence kind of helped us out quite a lot that season. And we're going to be obviously starting off Championship next season, see what challenges. Hopefully we can be a bit closer to Bristol than we are this season. If we're that far off the pace, then I don't think we're going to have any chance of getting anywhere near the top half of the table in the Championship. So hopefully we'll be a bit closer, make a few decent signings. And you can see the relegations as well. Fleetwood, Southend, Stevenage and Bristol all got relegated. Luton managed to stay up. They came up last season. Not sure. Did Scunthorpe come up? Possibly. Plymouth as well. Plymouth came up. Plymouth came up with us, and they've managed to finish 10th, so they had a very good season. But yeah, I'm not sure who's going to win the playoffs yet. I don't think they've taken place. So what we're going to do, because I think some of the leagues haven't actually finished yet. They've still got a few games to go. So we're going to skip a few weeks ahead, see where everybody's finished. And basically this episode I'm just going to go over my team, what I've done with the team, players I've brought in, what I've got rid of, and what I hope to do in the future as well with the squad. And we'll have a look around the other leagues in the world and see what's what with those leagues as well. So yeah, if I'll just skip forward a few weeks and we'll get back to this. Alright, so here we are, we're 2nd of June, so basically every league should now be finished, so we should be able to see what the deal is with everything. Other leagues, so let's see who's won what leagues. Right. So Liverpool have won the Premier League by a point over Arsenal. Now, I checked this at the start of May, and they had 4 games left to play, and it was Arsenal, Chelsea, and then I think probably Liverpool. So Liverpool have managed in the last couple of weeks, because it was Arsenal and Chelsea with a gap of 4 points between Arsenal and Chelsea, and Liverpool I think were about 3 or 4 points behind Chelsea as well. So Liverpool have really turned that around the last couple of weeks of the season and pulled that one out of the bag to win by a point. Look how close it was. There's only a point between the top 3 teams. 79, 78 and 77 points. That's mad. And then only 3 points back to Spurs. So neither Manchester team finished top 4. So they'll be enjoying some Europa League football next season. Leicester, 7th, not bad. Who else? What else is going on? Newcastle got promoted last season. They're up to 13th. Sunderland still in the Premier League. Interesting. West Brom have been relegated. As has Aston Villa and Norwich. They came up and went straight back down again. So, yeah, interesting West Brom get relegated. Didn't see that one coming. Solid season for Leicester. Southampton and Everton kind of expect to be up there. Swansea have done exceptionally well, given what they're like in reality at the moment, is languishing at the bottom, whereas they've managed to finish bang central on the table. Anyway, have a look at the Championship. Middlesbrough coming back up, Bournemouth coming back up, QPR as well back into the Premier League. Well, no, actually, don't know. But Middlesbrough and Bournemouth definitely coming back up. Don't know who will be promoted through the playoff matches, but Barnsley, Bolton and Millwall all been relegated. Barnsley is a bit of a shock turnout. Bolton and Millwall you can kind of expect, but yep, that's the Championship. So let's have a look at PSG won the French League, no big surprise there. Monaco and Nice, yeah, pretty realistic. Bayern. Leverkusen. Bloody hell. Bayern won the league, then Leverkusen, Schalke, Wolfsburg, then Dortmund in 5th. Obviously, Red Bull Leipzig not exactly matching the real life form at the moment. Finishing bottom half of the table. Juve win Serie A, Inter 2nd. Roma 5th. Really? Lazio, that's a turnout. Finished 3rd in the league. Equal on points with Inter. It's not bad. Who got relegated? Frosinone, Bari and Empoli. Yeah, expected. Hellas Verona missed the relegation by 4 points. Nothing massively shocking round there. PSV win the Eredivisie. Ajax Feyenoord, pretty cash. Benfica, Porto Sporting, that's, yeah, pretty normal. Oh, well, there you go. Rangers have won the Premier League, so Scottish Premier League, so in 2018 Rangers will win that. Possible prediction? I doubt it, but we'll see. Pretty normal. Saints could do being a bit higher. So Hamilton Dundee getting relegated. Again, pretty normal. Barcelona beat Real Madrid. Sevilla, pretty big gap as well. A 9-point gap between Barca and Real. That's a lot of points. That Real Madrid manager would be, I think, seeing the white handkerchiefs coming out. Right, so let's have a look at the other tables that happened as well. FA Cup, Arsenal won the FA Cup. No big surprise. Sunderland made it to the semi-final. They put out Man United. We got put out by Man United in the round of 16, but they managed to carry on and then got put out by Sunderland in the next round. Fucking madness. Swansea put out Leicester and Chelsea, and then got beat by Arsenal in the semi. Arsenal had a very easy run. They had the easiest of some of the teams. Actually, no. Man United had the easiest run. They would have had to beat us, Sunderland, and then Stoke. And they managed to lose to Sunderland 1-0. And then Sunderland lost to Stoke 3-0. Arsenal beat West Brom, Burnley, Swansea, and then made it to the final and beat Stoke 2-1. So, not the hardest run. But there was only really, 2 big teams actually made it past the round of 16. Arsenal and United. Chelsea were out. City didn't even make it. Liverpool didn't even make it to the round of 16. EFL Cup, we won the League Cup. Not the most difficult of runs. We managed to beat Everton 1-0, which was quite the challenge. Bolton, not as difficult, and then we beat Arsenal. Now, I've beaten Arsenal a few times in this as Morecambe over the last 2 seasons. I've played them in the Cup, and Arsenal are pretty average. When it comes to Cup runs, they don't put up much of a fight, and they're very easy to counter against when you're playing with a team. I'll show you my squad in a bit, but I've got quite a bit of pace up front, and not that difficult to score against Arsenal. This was one of the more difficult games we had, winning 2-1 over them. But then we got to the final and we had to beat Hull, and managed to beat Hull 3-1. Again, Chelsea, City, Liverpool, none of them even made it to the knockout, to the round 16 stage. It's all lower league Premier League sides and Championship sides mostly. Anyway, move on to the next. The Checkatrade Trophy managed to beat MK Dons in the final of that 1-0. It's quite a tough match. So here we go. So this is the League One playoffs, and Rotherham have managed to get themselves promoted. Managed to beat Sheffield United on penalties, got them into the final, and then they beat Oxford 2-0 in the end, who managed to beat MK Dons 3-2. So yeah, quite a lot of goals scored on their way to the finals. A 3-2 match and a 3-3 match going to penalties, and then 2-0 in the final was a bit of a Oxford didn't put up too much of a fight there by the looks of things. But so it was Rotherham promoted alongside us and Bristol. Next thing, Champions Trophy, what the fuck this is. Yeovil won it. We managed to get to the semi-final, get beat by Yeovil. Don't even know what the fuck the champ is. It? Don't know. Anyway, right, next thing. Copa Europe, Man United beat Real Madrid on penalties. Nothing much about that, to be honest. It's very much nothing trophy. Alright, so Champions League. Final hasn't taken place yet, but it's Bayern Munich versus Barcelona. English teams didn't do much of anything in this, to be honest. Man United got to the quarterfinals and got knocked out by Bayer Leverkusen on away goals by the looks of things. Bayern Munich knocked out Real Madrid in the round of 16, 1-0 over 2 legs. That is a shit match. Absolutely awful match. 2 games and you've managed to score 1 goal between you. 2 of the most attacking teams in the world. Anyway, doesn't matter. Enough of that. Juve managed to make it to the semi-finals, beating Porto 6-0 and then Benfica 5-2. Got knocked out by Barcelona 3-1 in the final, semi-final even. Barcelona knocked out Roma. PSG got knocked out by Benfica 2-0 over 2 legs. Amazing. Any other surprises? Atletico Madrid over Dortmund. Yeah. Not too many massive surprises amongst that. Have a look at the tables, see where people finished in their groups. So City got knocked out by Roma and Benfica in the group stages. Arsenal finished bottom of their group. Almost managed to win the Premier League, but they managed to not win a single match in the Champions League. So yeah, Napoli and Bayern. Napoli finished ahead of Bayern in the group stage. That's good going. Like, didn't lose a single game. Juventus, Monaco got knocked out. Sevilla and Juventus managed to knock Monaco out. Managed to get knocked out by a point in the end. Chelsea got knocked out as well by a point again. Porto and Villarreal. That's pretty bad going, to be honest. Get knocked out by Villarreal. Went unbeaten. They only drew 1 match, 1-5. That's impressive. United won top of their group. PSG a point behind them. That was a very tight group. Man United on 10 points, PSG 9, Fenerbahce 8, and then Krasnodar 7. That's an extremely tight group. Could have gone anywhere. Group F, we had Barcelona, went unbeaten, won all of their games, finished top of the group. Dortmund second. Standard Liège and Ajax both get knocked out. Pretty lackluster performances. Group G, Real Madrid top. Malmo managed to beat Shakhtar Donetsk and Wolfsburg. That's impressive. They managed to get 11 points. That means they've managed to get a few points out of Real Madrid as well by the looks of things. So, yeah, very good going for Malmo. Atletico Madrid and Leverkusen, again, pretty dominant. Sporting and Celtic get knocked out in 3 points apiece. That's not very impressive, to be honest. Pretty poor performance by both of them. They should be doing much better against some... Well, Leverkusen managed to make it to the semi-final. So they're obviously not massively bad, but you would be expecting Sporting and Celtic to manage to do something against them at least, but they obviously couldn't do much. And we're back around to Group A again. So let's go to the Europa League, see what happened there. Right, here we go. So West Ham managed to make it all the way to the semi-finals before getting knocked out by Monaco, who dropped down from Champions League. Stoke as well. A lot of Premier League teams in there. We've got 5 Premier League teams. And Spurs managed to win it. So, yeah, it's a good showing by the English teams here, because Everton managed to make it to the round 16 before getting knocked out by Monaco. Stoke managed to beat Standard Liège before getting knocked out by Monaco as well. West Ham beat Shakhtar Donetsk, and then Valencia before, again, getting knocked out by Monaco. If Monaco had managed to win the bloody final, they'd have had a clean sweep against all the Premier League teams. Chelsea got to the semi-final, get knocked out after getting dropped from Champions League. They managed to get all the way to semi-final before getting knocked out by Spurs on away goals. So, close match there. Again, Chelsea managed to beat AC Milan on away goals. They had a bit of an easier game against Gladbach, winning 3-1. But, oh god, there's a Milan derby in there as well. AC Milan won 2-1 in round 16. So, yeah, it was a interesting tournament. Probably one of the most competitive tournaments, and probably the most entertaining Europa League group stages or knockout stages there's been in a long time, with all of those teams challenging, because that's a lot of big names in there getting through to the the knockout rounds. So have a look at the tables and see who got in and who got knocked out. Right, so Nice and Ghent over Betis and Lausanne. Nothing much. Lausanne had a goal difference of -12. Did they win it? They won one game and drew none and lost 5, and they managed to somehow... They scored 1 goal and conceded 13. So the game they won 1-0. That's, well, I think enough said about that, to be honest. Group B, Spartak Moscow and Inter win it. Sturm Graz, don't even know where they're from. Zoel, both get knocked out. Hertha Berlin, Stade Rennes beat out Vitesse. Look at that, 3 teams are on 7 points. Stade Rennes go through on, well, it would appear goal difference. Although I don't think Europa League actually does goal difference. I think it's head-to-head performances, so I don't know if that's correct, but... yeah, they managed to somehow get through, and Vitesse and Aalborg got knocked out. Which is very, very... I would be very upset if I was Vitesse or Aalborg and you managed to get 7 points and get knocked out. That would be depressing. Zenit Salzburg, Liga Warsaw get knocked out. It's impressive Salzburg get through. Club Bruges as well get knocked out. They had a very bad performance. Although I think they won the Belgian league as well. So very poor European showing, but domestically very good. Bilbao and Saint Etienne both go through. Again, Saint Etienne and Heerenveen both on 10 points and managed to Saint Etienne get through. So again, if you're Heerenveen, not very wouldn't be very happy on that one. You managed to get 10 points and still get knocked out. Austria Vienna, 1 point, poor showing. Stoke won their group over Santa Maria. Don't even know where Santa Maria come from. Portugal, possibly? Not sure. Genk and Panathinaikos both get knocked out. Santa Maria, good showing. Don't know where they're from, how good they are, but they managed to put out Ghent and Panathinaikos, which is no easy feat. Group G, Milan, Olympiacos, Aberdeen, again on 7 points. Tie with Olympiacos, but go out on goal difference by the looks of things. Copenhagen, 5 points, nothing great by them. Gladbach and Young Boys managed to go through. Another tie, 8 points between Moscow and Young Boys, and Young Boys go through. Lokomotiv Moscow go out. Rangers 5 points. Not a very good showing by the Scottish teams in Europe this season. Celtic get knocked out. Rangers and Aberdeen have all been knocked out. Everton won their group. Rubin Kazan over Trabzonspor, and Grasshopper 0 points. Absolutely awful display by them. Scored 2 goals, conceded 15. Horrible campaign. Group J, Lazio and Braga both go through. Rosenborg and Cork. Every season it seems like a team from Ireland manages to get into Europe, at least one of the 2 competitions. So good going for somebody like a team like Cork to manage to get. It's basically the equivalent of like a League 1, League 2 team getting themselves into Europe, which is, well, at least they have a chance, because winning the Irish League, you at least get into the qualifiers. The only way a League 1 or 2 team would get into the qualifiers is to win a cup. Which makes me realise that we won the League Cup, which means we're actually going to be in the Europa League qualification round next season. Hopefully try and get ourselves into the actual group stages. Group K, Spurs and Augsburg. Again, very tight. Spurs managed to go ahead on goal difference. Gumares 8 points and Rapid Vienna 7. So very, very tight group again. And again, you'd be unhappy if you're one of the 2 teams getting knocked out, that you get knocked out by a point or 2. Valencia beat West Ham to first place. Galatasaray and Marseille. Marseille only get a point. That's not good. They scored 5 goals, but defence let them down, conceding 11. And back round to Group A again. So yeah, pretty interesting European. We've got a World Cup this summer. Yeah, pretty interesting European campaign for a lot of teams there. And yeah, so it'll be Bristol, Morecambe and Rotherham in the Championship next season, which will be interesting to see what happens there. So, right, now we've looked through all the leagues and we've investigated everything that's happened there, I'll show you my squad and what's going on. Right, at this point in the proceedings, I was going to show you my squad and what I plan on doing with it, but this video is getting just far too long. I mean, it's already over 20 minutes, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the video here, and I shall upload the second part of this on probably Wednesday, where I'll go through my squad, what I'm hoping to do with it, where everybody came from, and how far they've come on in the time that I've been playing with them. So if you're interested in my squad, then that'll be uploaded probably Wednesday, and this series will continue proper next week with us playing our first game and going over what's happened in the last 2 seasons in terms of transfers, because there's quite a lot of weird shit that's gone on with people going different places. So if you're interested in that, then join us next week. If you want to know what my team's doing and what I'm aiming to do with it, then join us again on Wednesday, probably. And yeah, that's where I'm going to leave this. So until then, I'll see you all later.